Hello there. That's me back out again. Just out for a couple of nights. Again, I'm still not fully fit, so I can't really put me into the car. I'll know the spot. You can see one spot in the background. Well-known Loch. I'm up here again, but I'm going to camp near the road. I might do a bit of fishing if I've got a permit, so there's not any hassle. And I'm going to be quite simple this time. I'm going to cook simple, just sit back and relax. Have a couple of Guinnesses, smoke a couple of cigars, drink coffee, listen to the radio. Hooter Tooter shows on tonight. I'm just going to enjoy myself. Anyway, we'll get the tent set up in my lean-to big fishing place. And I'll tell you, I'll let you see this. See how quick it is. Okay. Well, I've decided where I'm going to camp. I found this fire pit here. I'm going to set my stuff up around that. Fishing bivvy, I'm going to put in front of the fire pit. The wind is coming in this way, so this will cover me for sitting, and my tent I'm going to put over there with the door facing the other way. Let's see how quick I can get this stuff up. Not perfect, but near enough. I'm using the Summit Cup, which, as you will probably remember, is an exoskeleton. They go up easy. This fishing bivvy is a brolly. It goes up easy. Let's see how quick we can get a camp. Okay, go! Well, that's me upright again. Blowing her with the wind. that wasn't too bad. I had problems. I should have weighted the tripod down, but I didn't. I got the tent and the lean-to up. Had a wee bit bother with the lean-to because I went for the wrong poles. But you get this, you get the message. Very easy to put up, particularly the summit or slummet exoskeleton. That's a summit cub. This is what I prefer. Stuff I can put up easy, a nice place to sit, get my fire and relax. Anyway, I'm going to slowly pin everything down and get everything right. I see I've got a bit of damage to the lean-to, which I'll fix. And I'll come back in there after I'm in and let you see how I've got everything set up. Okay, I'll see you later. Excellent. That's me sorted everything up. I had one or two silly wee things went wrong. My water bladder leaked in the car, so I had to go and refill it down at the Loch. That's no bother. I wasn't using it for drinking water anyway, so well, it'll be boiled if I am. What else went wrong? Oh, there are a few things went wrong. My wee light, it had been on in my bag, so I've had to recharge it. These things happen. A wee problem with the spokes on the bivvy brolly, but everything's sorted. Everything went together, no bother in the end. The wind's dropped and it's a beautiful day, but I'm just going to sit here and relax. I've got everything all sorted. I've got all the wood for the fire. I've got the wee fire down there. I've got the wood round the back. I've got my grub here. My lights. Everything's just perfect. It's going to be a perfect 2 days. The radio is good tonight. I've got travelling folk on, which means that I'll have a few more frothy coffees. And I'll have a good feed. I'm going to have nothing fancy for my main meals. I've got spam tonight. I'm going to have spam and black I'm going to bother that you see me cook that. And later in the night I've got some goodies. You might see me nursing into them. Everything is just perfect at the moment. I'll let you have a look at the tent to see what I've done in there, but I'll tell you. I had fantastic. It's what I normally do when I'm using the slummet. Very quick to put up. 4000 hydrostatic edge, you can't argue with that. I've used it 3 or 4 times and I'm impressed. Anyway, I'll just pick that up, pick the tripod up and let you see. Let you see I'm not cheating. There we go. And we're round here. Let you have a look at the setup. There's my setup for the night. And there's the slummet. As always, I have got my wee bottle for during the night. The £10 air mattress out of Argus. My Arctic sleeping bag. And in case things go wrong, which I don't think they will this time, I've got the duvet. And I always like a couple of pillows, I like my comfort. Anyway, that should be me for the night. But I'll let you see what I get up to later on. There's a view. Beautiful. Right, I'll go and get tucked into that frothy coffee and I'll talk to you tonight. Cheers. Oh, grand night. It's back at 10 o'clock. I've been listening to travelling folk on the radio. It was on for 2 hours. God almighty, it was all modern stuff. What a load of rubbish. I prefer the traditional stuff. I think there was one song for my era. Well, way before my era. Other than that, it's been a fantastic day. It's going to be a cold night. There's not a cloud in the sky. I got this nice wee fire burning here. There was a whole lot of wood left. Well, embers, and so I'm trying to dry some of that out and use it. But if I don't use it, there's a nice wee fire pit here, somebody will use it. I've never saw a soul. A car went by, well, a pickup of some sort went by a couple of times, and that's it. I've just sat here. I had a reasonably good evening meal. I tried to fry up some spam and black pudding. God almighty, I could use the wrong oil. It was a wee bit burnt, but I ate it, and I'm not dead yet, so it mustn't have been too bad. I had a couple of beers, a couple of cigars. I'm now in a tinny Mackinson. That's a stout. I remember my grandmother used to drink this, but she used to put a hot poker in it. That was a drink, oh, it went away back to the 1800s. Mind you, like I said, it's only about 2%, but it's not a bad wee drop. Oh, yes. Touches and spots. What else have I got? I've not been doing much. What I will be doing, when I can find them. Oh, I've got a few of these to try. They're meant to burn for 8 hours. Well, in the advert it said they burn longer, but then I saw in the box it said it worked for 8 hours. I'll give them a trial later on, see what like they are. But if you didn't try it, it might work out, it might be good. I'm a wee bit sceptical about that. But I'm just sitting here, I'll watch the sun go down. I'm going to try and get some shots. I don't know if the moon's out. Is there a moon? No, no moon. But we'll see if I can get some stars, get a look at the stars. And then I'll go to my bed and I'll sleep like a lord. Everything in there is just right. A nice soft air bed to lie on. None of this fancy stuff. It'll be okay. If it goes wrong, I've got my duvet to poo over me. Anyway, I'm going to get back to listening to the radio. I'll see you in the morning. Here, good in the night. Oh, good morning. It was a cold one last night. Wasn't meant to be, but we're kind of high up here. It was meant to be low Celsius. But last night it was definitely at least 2 or 3 below. But with the sleep system I'm using, we were alright. The old military sleeping bag and the duvet that I got at a charity shop that I used for the dog. Well, I was the dog last night. I was as warm as toast. So, slept straight through. I must have got 6 hours sleep anyway. Straight through. Didn't need to get up for anything during the night. So I'm now just enjoying my pre-breakfast shortbread. I know I said I was going to dump this cup, but I've grown attached to it because I can get a lot of coffee in there. A lot. And if it gets a wee bit on the cold side, I can just put it back on the stove. Aye, I'm grown attached to it. There was stars out last night, but when I went to bed there wasn't any moon. I saw the tail end of the moon this morning, but my camera doesn't do stars. I'll have to do something about that. I've got other cameras I can use for that. Right, today, well, here we clean up. I've already sorted the fire out. These briquettes that were meant to burn all night, well, I think they were just smoulder jobs. They just smouldered away. There was a wee spark still left in the morning, but it was smoulder. I've managed to burn off most of the logs that were left by the last folk. You always hear a wee look round when you're having a fire. If other folks been there, a lot of them, if there's any wood that's not totally burnt, they just dump it. God, I've got a good couple of hours. There's still a couple left, I'll use them up the night. But today, I think I'm just going to relax, watch a few more movies. I was going to go fishing, but no, I'll just relax instead. I might go for a wee walk. But the main thing is, I'm going to get out of my shortbread and I'll talk to you later. Cheers. Just enjoying a nice kebab. Now we drink your Guinness. It's been a lovely day. Just sat here and watched videos and done nothing. Lovely and warm. I got the fire on early so I could cook these. Oh, fantastic. I did have one visitor. The water filler was up, just checking it, nobody was fishing. But I kenned the guy anyway. He asked us to put a wee advert up. Next month, the weekend of the 8th and 15th, there's going to be big fishing competitions here. So we're asking at nobody camps that weekend because we're going to be cramped. There's going to be loads of cars, all coming at the same time, all leaving at the same time. There'll be no movement. So you guys that have got channels and that, can you put it up as well as best you can? Without naming the place of course, but I think a lot of folk know where we are. That's the weekend of the 8th of May and the 15th of May. I'll be at the one on the 15th of May, it's a bait competition. But anyway, thanks in advance. Just didn't want any hassle between different groups. Anyway, kebabs. Never tried them on an open fire before, excellent. This is a new type of Guinness. Okay guys, you're not going to like it. Zero alcohol. A zero alcohol Guinness. It's actually quite nice. Oh, yeah. I don't know how they make it, but I like a lot of the low alcohol and the zero alcohol stuff. I also like Guinness full strength. But this stuff is interesting. 00. It's in a blue tin. It's worth giving a try, even just for the sake of saying you tried it. I'm quite attached to it. It's handy if you're going out in a night and you want a beer with your dinner, or you're eating. You can have one of them. It means you can go and drive and what have you. Or if you're going to the pub, it doesn't give you a head start, so you can stay in the pub longer with your pals. It does happen. Oh, other than that, nothing planned for the night. I'm going to sit here with this fire. I've got loads of logs. I've got another 2 of these daft flimmin 12-hour things. I'll have to throw them on just to get rid of them rather than take them home. But I don't know what's on the radio tonight, but I'll watch a film first and then listen to the radio until I get seated and then go to bed. Of course, there will be a few of not zero alcohol. There'll be a few more of this thing's Big Brothers, a couple of cigars. Anyway, I'll see you in the morning. Enjoy yourselves. Good morning. It's a no bad morning. It's not that cold and not a cloud in the sky. I've got my shortbread, but I'll tidy up first. I'll get rid of the last of the cake. The Joyzy camping. Cream cake for breakfast. Oh. Well, I was a wee bit disappointed last night. I didn't get a good sleep. I don't know what it was. Had wee snatches and that, and it got to about 4 in the morning and I readjusted everything. I'm usually a side sleeper, but I went onto my back and I slept through to about 6:30. So I'm feeling alright. It was a good sleep in the end. And that's all you can ask. I feel refreshed. And this cake's helping a lot. It was a hellish wind last night, but everything stood up. I thought I was going to bother with the lean-to, or the bivvy brolly, to give it its right name. Oh, but, everything worked out. These bricks that I was testing, they burned for quite a while. They didn't give off the greatest of heat. I'll try them in when I'm using the hot tent in the Frontier stove. Might be alright in that, but you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. If you didn't try, you didn't find out. I don't think they're as good as what they're made out to be. Yeah, they'll maybe burn for that time, but they wouldn't give off much heat. Other things that I've done this time and tested out. Well, this is a new chair. My last chair, it was a wee bit heavy. I've still got it, but one of the nuts and bolts has disappeared, so I'll have to replace that. That's a good enough chair, but the reason I went for this one, I saw it in somebody else's video and it's got a high back, so you can get really comfy in it. And That's what it's all about when you're out camping, relaxing, enjoying. I had a good enough night. I had a couple of beers and the cigars, of course. I tasted that Guinness zero alcohol. I was quite impressed. Oh, other things that I've tasted this time out. I bought this jacket. The Mountain House. It was going cheap. It's usually about the £100 mark. It's down-filled. Well, it says 600 on it, but it's down-filled, but it's not overly down-filled. But I'll tell you, I've never worn down-filled stuff before. It's a game changer. I were really warm last night. You put it on, you didn't feel the cold. It's absolutely beautiful. Cost me, I think, about 55 quid. 55 quid. Only one trouble, last time I must have touched it against the side of the Frontier stove. And I've got this. But I've ordered the repair kit. It looks easy enough. You've got to be careful around anything hot. I notice there's a lot of videos on YouTube. Hail YouTube! How to repair down jackets. So it must be a common problem. The outer material doesn't seem to be that strong. Maybe they should rethink. That would put the price up. But I can't say enough. This is obviously a cheap one. I wonder what like one of the expensive ones would be. You know, real puffy ones. It's worth thinking about. Anyway, back to this. It's a grand wee place up here. I'm looking at our valley and just beautiful. But I've had a very good camp out. Everything seems to have worked out. You get better all the time, better at doing things. Okay, I'd bother putting stuff up. The summit tent's easy to put up, but I always seem to hate bother. This bivvy, it must be pushing on 20-year-old. And it needs one or two repairs. I'm really going to have to spend a day working on repairs on it. Nothing major, it's just that some of the spokes need realigned. That's a job for inside. Plenty of time, and it's no urgent. It held up well. Anyway, I'm going to get made up very slowly. Very slowly. I'm going to finish my breakfast and then I'll enjoy the rest of the day. I'll probably be away from here about midday. I'm not going to rush it. I didn't need to be in Newton Stewart until 3 o'clock, and it's only I'm less than an hour away. So I'll just take my time, enjoy the day. I'm still thinking about my next outing and what I'm going to do next. It's a make your mind up time for me, I feel. What am I going to do this year? Well, if the weather's right and I get a good price, I'll do a flaming shepherd's hut next. That'll give you a laugh. Okay, my friends, I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy your day. I'll enjoy my cream cake.